Hi, welcome back to codyTV. Cody here. Tonight I want to change things up a bit. I'm not going to talk about cancer tonight. Instead, I want to talk about somebody, and I certainly hope I don't get in any trouble. But I kind of doubt that I will. A boy named Thomas, an autistic boy who has been who's been the subject of several videos at Disneyland or Disney World. I'm not sure which one it is. It could be Disneyland, but you don't want to swear to it. I don't want to swear to it. So lately, I have not had a lot of great things to say about Disney. I really have not, especially with everything that's been going downhill for them. Disney has not been doing well. They are losing a lot of money at a staggering rate, and it's just things just really do not look good for them these days. But I do want to talk about this boy Thomas. I think he's a teenager. He may be a teenager. He may be slightly older. I'm not sure. But let me tell you something. I've been enjoying watching these short videos that they do, and you can find them on YouTube. And there's also a link that you can go to, Magic with Thomas, capital M, Magic with Thomas. And I have to say, in as bad a shape as Disney is these days, and they are, unfortunately, their staff, the staff and the characters that walk around the park and interact with this boy Thomas is fantastic. I mean, these people all deserve a raise for the way they interact with this boy, and he just obviously a very affectionate person, a very loving person, and he'll interact with anybody that's there. He'll interact with them. He'll give high fives. He'll have a really great time, and if they ask him to, he always gives a hug. And I think the way the staff treat him is wonderful, to say the least. And it really is a great thing to see with everything that with all the trouble that Disney is in right now. It is still great to see that their staff at the Disney parks, they're still willing to go out of their way to really entertain and really be part of a moment, a great moment with one of the people, just anybody that's there. It could be Thomas, it could be somebody else completely random, and they show the care and affection of, say, Princess Jasmine or Ariel or Tinkerbell interacting with even Gaston, Beauty and the Beast. Gaston, right? I watched a short video of Thomas with Gaston, and the two of them interacting, and Gaston wanting to flex biceps, and Thomas was doing his, and they were both just going da da and all this kind of thing, and it was really cute. It was really cute, and it was just something that just you can't make this stuff up, you can't. You could, but uh, if you made it up, it really wouldn't mean anything. You'd have to see the video itself and see all the videos that Thomas is in. He is deeply autistic, apparently, and he also has. It seems like he has a couple of other issues that I don't want to assume what they are, but in a number of the several of the videos I've seen, he's been wearing these headphones, noise cancellation or noise canceling headphones. The same kind of thing you would wear on a firing range, you know. And he would wear these all over the place at Disneyland. I've only seen a couple of videos he hasn't worn them in. So, but it's just it really is something special to be able to watch him interact with these people, with these characters, and they just seem like they know him. You know, they seem like they've known him for some time, and they really get a kick out of it. And Thomas seems like he's got a real sense of humor. You know, it might be a bit of a naughty boy, but that's okay. You know, but I don't, I don't know how I don't know how old he is, but he's like what, maybe 6 feet tall, maybe, and he's just very loving. You know, he's just a wonderful kid to be able to watch and see how he interacts with people. And also another reason I'm doing this is that my daughter is autistic. You know, she's autistic, but she interacts well, you know, with people and everything. And it's just I think that's the reason why I wanted to do this video is because you know the autism, and I just want to point out that autism is not a low scourge or anything like that. It's not anything like that. From what I've seen, Thomas's parents have done an amazing job working with him, learning about autism, and learning how to help him cope, you know, with the world around him. And they've had to learn a great deal, you know, the same as I've had to learn a great deal about it. It's not an easy subject. Um, it does take a lot of patience and it does take a lot of work, but that's okay because I can tell you obviously and honestly, I would never change anything about my daughter because if I did, it would destroy the magic that my little girl has, you know. And I'm pretty sure I can say this on behalf of Thomas's parents. They would never change anything about him either because it would destroy all the magic that he's got. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I can say that. So God love you. Yeah. God love you, Thomas. You are really you are really just just a wonderful young man. You know, it's just I love the way that how he interacts with the staff, with the people at Disneyland. Give him anybody to interact with, and he he just loves it. You know, um, he doesn't seem to speak a lot. Um, Talking to people may still be a bit of a rough subject, you know, somewhat, but that's okay. I'm familiar with that part too. It took my daughter a pretty good while before she would start speaking to people either. Too, I mean, but like I said, it's not a simple subject. It's not an easy one. It takes work. It takes patience, and it takes a lot of love just to tackle that kind of thing. And it really is worth it. You know, you can't help but love them. You just can't help it, you know. So I just really had to bring that up. I just that's just the whole focus of the video tonight. I wish I could meet this kid. You know, it would be really be really fun to see how to see what he's like in real life. You know, just poking around Disneyland together. You know, me, Thomas, his parents, and everything, and my daughter. You know, but I know I'll never be able to take Emmy to Disneyland in my lifetime. I mean, come on, that's Southern California, man, and California is not in a good way right now. People are leaving by the hundreds, from what I'm hearing. Uh, but California has always been that way, you know, always spending a lot more than what they have, you know. So yeah, it's pretty tough. I'm just amazed that a place like Disneyland is still open. But we're getting off topic here, getting very much off topic. But I really hope Thomas has such a great time at Disneyland. He looks like he really does, and I'm really glad that the staff have a great time interacting with him, and they just seem like they've already known him. You know, they I don't know if it's because that he goes there often enough that they're already on a first name basis or what, but it's just like he'll come up to somebody, anybody, you know, Gaston, Princess Ariel, whoever, and they'll be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And oh, excuse me, Maleficent, um, from Snow White, she'll interact with him. She's like, "It's been so long since I've seen you, my dear," you know, and da 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 da. But they're just like, How are you doing? You know, Thomas, what's going on? You know, have you been good lately? Have you had any poison apples? You know, you got to ground you for that. And they just absolutely interact with him, and they give hugs. They kid around. They have fun. Thomas, he just soaks it all up. You know, he soaks it all up. It just really makes his day, obviously. And who knows how many of these characters he gets to run into whenever he's at Disneyland. So honestly, I just really have to thank the staff at Disneyland, all the people that play these characters, walk around the park playing these characters, and just really doing an amazing job with people like Thomas. You know, because the sad thing is that there are too many kids, let alone people, with autism, with different neurological problems that sometimes just can't get that kind of attention. And to be able to actually see how well someone interacts with other people freely and lovingly, sorry, squirrel moment, freely and lovingly as the staff at Disneyland do, I just really have to thank you guys so much for that, because it really does help. It really does help point and put a pin in the stigmatism that goes with different problems like autism. And I'm sure his parents are thankful as all get out. They must be. I mean, you know, like I said, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not a simple subject. It's tough. It's hard. It's hard to understand. It's hard to figure out. It it took me so far. It's taken me my daughter's lifetime to really understand it, and I still have a lot of questions. You know, but that's the way it goes, and that's okay. You know, I really don't mind because I couldn't change my daughter for anything. You know, I love my little girl. What can I say? Thomas's parents just love him to pieces. Honestly, you know, obviously, and I'm the same way with Emmy. And what can I tell you, man? It's wonderful. It may be confused, it may be complicated, but that's what it is to be a human being. It's confusing and it's complicated, but it's still worth it. It's still worth the ride, and still worth the confusion. So, man, I'm gonna start all over again. Stop it! Stop it! But thank you so much to the people at Disneyland, the staff that are there for letting kids like Thomas be able to have such wonderful times. Even if you're only doing it for just a few minutes, that's okay. That's a few minutes that he's going to remember for the rest of the day. That well, hey, the rest of the week, quite possibly, because kids and people with special needs, they hold on to those things, and God knows for how long, but they really do. They really do hold on to it, and it means so much to them. So anyway, God love you for for doing all the things that you guys do at Disneyland to help Thomas have a really great time and help his parents have a great time too. It's just I just gotta love that. So oh, I gotta stop that. I gotta stop. I'm starting all over again. Uh, all right. Uh, gotta go. All right. All right. I'll see you in the next video.